At first glance, it looks like the end of the world, an endless ocean of sand stretching beyond the horizon. No rivers, no shade, no mercy. This is the Namib Desert, one of the oldest and most unforgiving deserts on Earth. A place so harsh, so silent, it feels completely lifeless. But that's the illusion, because hidden beneath this burning landscape is a world that refuses to die. And the deeper you go, the more impossible it becomes. The Namib Desert has existed for over 55 million years. Long before humans walked the Earth, this desert was already here. Temperatures rise above 45 degrees Celsius, and rainfall is almost non-existent. Yet somehow, every morning, something strange happens. A cold fog rolls in from the Atlantic Ocean. It moves slowly, quietly, covering the dunes like a ghost. And for many forms of life here, that fog is everything. Because in this place, water doesn't fall from the sky. It arrives in silence. Tiny droplets carried by the wind, clinging to sand, to shells, to life itself. And somehow, that is enough. In a place where survival should be impossible, life has learned to adapt in ways that defy logic. At sunrise, a small desert beetle climbs to the top of a dune. It turns its body toward the wind, perfectly angled, waiting. As the fog passes over, microscopic droplets begin to form on its back, and slowly they roll down into its mouth. No rivers, no rain, just patience and precision. Nearby, something moves beneath the sand, almost invisible. A snake gliding across the surface without ever fully touching it. The heat here is deadly, so it moves in a way that avoids the burn, sidewinding, leaving delicate patterns behind. A silent reminder that even the sand itself can kill. And then there are the plants, if you can even call them that. Scattered across this barren land are ancient, twisted forms that look more dead than alive, but they are not. The Welwitschia mirabilis is one of the strangest living things on Earth. It grows only 2 leaves for its entire life. Those leaves split, curl, and stretch across the ground for centuries. It doesn't need rain. It drinks from the fog, and it can live for over 1,000 years. Think about that. While civilizations rise and fall, this plant simply remains, enduring, waiting, surviving. But the desert is not just sand. At its edge, where land meets the cold Atlantic, lies a place even more haunting, the Skeleton Coast. A place where thick fog hides the shoreline and powerful currents pull ships into the sand. For centuries, sailors feared this coast. Many ships never made it through, and those who survived the wreck faced something worse. Behind them, the endless desert. Ahead, the unforgiving ocean. There was nowhere to go. Even today, the remains of those ships still rest here, rusting, breaking, slowly being consumed by sand. A graveyard of forgotten journeys, a warning that this land does not forgive mistakes. And yet, despite all of this, people have lived here. For thousands of years, the Himba people have called this region home. They do not try to conquer the desert. They understand it. They adapt to it. They become part of it. Water is rare, so they use smoke from burning herbs to cleanse their bodies. Their skin is covered in a mixture of butterfat and red ochre, protecting them from the sun and the dry air. Their traditions are not just cultural, they are survival. Every movement, every practice shaped by the environment around them. In a place where outsiders struggle to last days, they have thrived for generations. And today, the desert continues to draw people in, not to survive, but to witness. Travelers from around the world come to see this forbidden landscape with their own eyes. They arrive in silence, often unprepared for what they will feel. Because this is not just a place you see, it's a place you experience. In Sossusville, massive dunes rise like frozen waves, some of the tallest on Earth. At sunrise, they glow deep orange as shadows stretch endlessly across the sand. Visitors climb them slowly, each step sinking beneath their feet. The higher they go, the more the world disappears, until it's just them and the desert. And then there is Deadvlei, a place that feels like another planet. White, cracked earth, surrounded by towering red dunes, and scattered across it, blackened trees. Dead for over 600 years, but they have not decayed because the air is too dry for even decomposition. They remain exactly as they were, frozen in time. Visitors walk among them, quietly, because somehow speaking feels wrong here. It's as if the desert is watching, listening, waiting. And as the sun moves across the sky, the heat becomes unbearable. The air shimmers, the ground burns, and suddenly you understand. This is not a place meant for comfort. It's a place that tests everything. Your body, your limits, your mind. And yet, life continues. Small, hidden, resilient. Every creature here has a purpose, every movement calculated. Nothing is wasted, nothing is taken for granted, because in the Namib Desert, survival is not guaranteed. It is earned. Slowly, carefully, over millions of years. And maybe that's the secret. This desert isn't empty, it's selective. Only those who adapt remain. Only those who understand survive. And maybe that's why it feels so different. Because in this place, nature is not something you control. It's something you respect, something you listen to, something you become part of. So, the next time you see a place that looks lifeless, look again. Because even here, in one of the harshest environments on Earth, life exists. Not loudly, not easily, but persistently, quietly, powerfully. The Namib Desert may look like a forbidden world, a place where nothing should survive, but the truth is, everything that lives here has mastered the art of survival. And in a place where nothing should survive, everything that does is a miracle.